let's go ahead and give him a grand finals to watch.
Hell yeah.
Shall we? Let's do this. BarkSanchez and Darkhorse coming in from losers against Fireblaster and SuPeRbOoMfAn. Now, no real surprise for the folks that are sitting on the right side of the screen right now. Fireblaster and SuPeRbOoMfAn, certainly some of the favorites to place very well, with SuPeRbOoMfAn being the favorite to take first place in singles. But even though Bark and Dark might not necessarily have that same singles presence, their team's presence is incredible. And let's not forget, BarkSanchez, man, this man is the wild card. He's taking sets off of so many top players. So maybe if he comes to play now, he could potentially start and set up a really great upset, but it's going to be so tough. We're seeing the Mario from Fireblaster. No DK this time, and Boom's just going to be sticking with that Samus that he's been putting in a lot of work with.
Yeah, smartly, Fireblaster opts for no DK, no Fox. He's going to go one of his mains, who he's really proficient with. And let's see if Kirby's able to get back. Yeah, he is. And Mario does not make it back, but Samus is really good. Yes, Boom is so good at edge guarding Kirby with Samus.
One thing that I've noticed from Boom is not only is his punish game great, but he's really good at putting himself in positions where if someone gets a punish on his teammate, they're going to either eat massive damage or lose a stock for it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
consistent. Even there, you saw Fireblaster losing his stock. Darkhorse had to go down for it, and Boom was able to clear up the ledge and set up for the forward smash to go ahead and take the stock. Just excellent awareness overall, and I think that's what really makes him a threat in this team's game.
Yeah,
even there.
Look at him here. He's going to be able to get this stock too, and he's so quick to, once he gets that ledge, he'll just ledge hop, like double jump dare, and he takes out Kirby's trying to recover low. It's really a bad idea to be in that position against Boom. If you have any choice, stay away.
You know, a good player always thinks a move ahead, but another thing that makes Boom so scary is I feel like he thinks 6 moves ahead.
Oh my God!
You know, he'll be able to do the dare and understand. Yo, I'm not done with my job yet. I need to get a back air here as well to take this other stuff.
Yeah, he's like Bobby Fischer of Smash.
Oh man. Well, we don't need to look for him. We showed up straight to grand finals.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
But let's talk about Fireblaster for a bit as well. You know, we've been giving the blue team a lot of props, focusing on Boom. What is it that makes Fireblaster such a great teammate as well?
Man, he's just so proficient. He's so like technically sound, and he just knows what to do in so many scenarios. His game knowledge is intense.
Yeah,
I mean, he knows to the frame a lot of information.
And awareness of those scenarios definitely helped him in that last exchange. You saw Darkhorse going in for the inhale, but he called it out. He does the get up. He does the slow get up. He's able to avoid that option, and now he's right back on the offense. Almost gets the back air, but that overextension is going to cost him a stock. So far, we've been talking about Team Blue, but let's switch it up and talk about Team Red. They've made this an even stock game, which is certainly a surprise in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's one of the things to look out for is Darkhorse. He's so dangerous with either of these characters off the edge. Could be potentially down tilted for a stock. He can stay far away enough with that Kirby and down tilt both Samus and Mario's recovery if they're trying to sweet spot.
Wow,
so
look at Boom just going to work on Darkhorse there, not even giving him a chance to really get that down air out.
Yeah, quick run off that platform with the down air and then lands that back air. That's standard Samus stuff. Let's see here if we see the down tilt here. Yep, see he goes for it, but Boom is able to outmaneuver him.
A bit of friendly fire there, though, from Boom. He used that up B trying to get out of some pressure, but it actually ensnared his teammate who was in the middle of a great combo.
Yeah.
Fireblaster, however, not really taking that lying down. He's putting in some serious work, and he's about to take that stock from Darkhorse.
And that stock that he takes, came defending Boom. So, ooh, what a great dash attack. He calls Bark's sweet spot, and we see this game go from a stock tie to an absolute blowout at this point. From just some quick, and a great turnaround.
You know, sometimes you know you've done enough. You know,
yeah.
It's that spiteful last kill where you can say, you didn't win. I went out on my own
He
terms.
ends it on a high note, right?
Oh, man. Just so much fun to watch.
Let's see if they can make an adjustment here and kind of try to take some more stocks from this team.
I mean, early mid, they were keeping up neck and neck, but it's just that late game. And I think we saw that in winners finals as well, where they keep it close in the early game, but it's just something happens in the late game. I'm not sure what exactly it is.
Oh, it's specifically, it's Boom. When you start hitting him, if you hit him a few times, he turns it on. Like, he doesn't like to be hit, and all of a sudden he gets in this mode where he just becomes a robot. So that's probably what happened.
Taking a line from Mark Ruffalo, I'm always angry. Well,
yeah,
Hulk
right?
mode.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
Boom, smash.
Boom, smash.
And look at that smart neutral air instead of re-daring and giving Kirby a chance to tech. And that back air will do the job edge guarding. And we see Javier with a Fire Blaster with a nice down smash himself. So Team Blue splits him and breaks him.
They're at the edges here, though, but it might present a potential problem, but already the stage control right back in favor of Team Blue.
Did you see the timing on Boom there? He forward smashes through his teammate during the tech because he knows he won't hit him and hits the opponent.
And even his timing, like he lands on the platform and falls off quickly to go ahead and minimize how much time there is to punish the screw attack. He's just really good awareness.
And such great reaction time. His timing is almost as flawless as it can be. Oh, and that's a great cover from Darkhorse to save BarkSanchez. That spike would have been death.
And, you know, I guess Boom was doing his homework. He saw in that last game that Dark likes that down tilt to deal with Samus's recovery. That's why we saw the slight weave back to go ahead and avoid that option.
Exactly, and that's the second time we saw him do that. We saw him do that last game as well. Oh, man, and an ill-advised F smash will break up that Fireblaster BarkSanchez fight.
I mean, you know, if it had just connected on Fireblaster, that would have been great, but Fireblaster, no slouch, getting those 2 dares and pushing Dark just outside of the range of that recovery.
Yeah, and Dark definitely did not want that to happen. I don't know how much percentage he had there, but he should have been alive for sure if they want to have any shot at taking games in this set. So you see Fireblaster so proficient and with such knowledge of the character's recovery. He knew exactly what he had to do to keep Kirby off the stage.
There's that screw attack coming into play. Ooh. And the Nair actually ends up colliding with both of the red team members. Darkhorse boxed in, and he's going to get snagged by that F smash from Boom.
And this isn't good because Bark can't get in to help. And Darkhorse, luckily gets that F smash. I won't say luckily because he had planned it, but that F air, and then he lands 2 F smashes once he lands on the stage. Bark waiting around for that back air. Very nice. And that down tilt will do it. Nice.
That's a great 2-stock turnaround right there by the red team. I want us to continue to see some of this tempo in their favor so they can make it a really close game, too.
Yeah, exactly. This is an uphill battle here, but they can keep this momentum going. Darkhorse can, if he can get set up by Bark to steal a few quick stocks with that down tilt or a spike. Oh, and Fireblaster with such good timing and knowledge that he can squeeze an up smash in there.
You know,
but SDs.
I don't know how I felt about that.
Oh man, hate to see that happen.
You know, we've seen some scenarios where they'll get caught on that platform, and we saw that from the red team on the blue team. Oh,
that was a great edge hog, right?
Oh, that edge hog was so good. But how do you feel about their pressure overall whenever it comes to snagging and trapping both the blue team members on those platforms?
You know, I think when you play, and I think usually they're pretty proficient, but when you play a team such as this, you get a little kind of like, you get not greedy, but you try a little extra hard because you know how important each stock is, and maybe you overextend yourself a bit in hopes that you can take stocks when you're the underdog. So I think we've seen them kind of like doing that a lot. And we even just saw Darkhorse SD before, you know, and you're not going to see that a lot. Oh, he might survive here. No.
Just enough. That stage spike from that up B is going to go ahead and take that stock. Bark desperately trying to clang with that neutral air, but he's in such a rough position. Not even a fully charged shot, but it's enough to go ahead and take Bark off the stage. He's forced to recover high, and there's the back air from Fireblaster to take this to game 3.
Yeah, we see Boom using that bomb and trying to place it in case Bark is going to try to sweet spot or land on the stage, rather. Just really nice stuff. If you're a Samus main, watch what he's doing because you can definitely learn some cool things here. So that is game 2 in the books, and this could be the last game in this doubles set and in this doubles tournament.
You know, everybody's laughing it up. They're having a great time playing. So there's definitely no hard feelings regardless of whether this is a 3 or this goes to game 5.
Look at all those beards. How much beard can you have in one grand finals? This might be the beardiest grand finals.
You know, what they did was that they took the beard growing prowess from Fireblaster, and then they just channeled all that energy into the rest of the players.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that right now, Bark is the beard tank.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Quick little down air though. That's gonna make it so it's already a rough start. But look at the answer right back. That forward smash from BarkSanchez.
But Fireblaster will make it back. And now look, they go for that 2-on-1 instead of taking Fireblaster stock. I don't know if it's the best move or not, but yeah, that down air could do it. Ooh. And Mario had a low enough percent where he was able to survive 2 down tilts and make it back. And of course, Darkhorse with not enough time to just sit there and try a third down tilt while Boom is Fireblaster's teammate.
even though Boom is definitely known for how good he is in singles, I love his threat assessment. He's so good at understanding when he should end his combos early and understanding when he can actually commit to doing combos. And that's just really great to see. You know, his teammate, because of that, takes minimal punishment, and even if they somehow lose a stock, he's always in that great position to take the stock right back.
Yeah, and that's such an important thing. You know, it's such an important part of playing teams and what makes you a great teams player. And he plays a lot of teams. He plays online, and of course, in emulator there is less lag, you know, than console. So if you want a low lag game, you have to overclock your console. So he loves overclock consoles, and he plays so much teams. He's so used to playing teams without lag, and he loves team combos. He loves being flashy, and he knows what to do in team scenarios.
And he loves that back air as well. You know, again, great coverage on those platforms. And I want to talk a bit more about the platform game, because I feel like where we see Bark and Dark capitalize is whenever they have space to play around. But whenever an opponent gets into that no man's land where it could be fair game for either player, even right there, you saw a bit of friendly fire that really goes on. Yeah,
they've been hitting each other a decent amount, like in an upbeat. I think they're trying to break up combos, right? And I see Darkhorse kind of throwing in a neutral air when his teammate's getting upbeat, but that's not necessarily the best thing to do, because the upbeat from Samus doesn't lead to a combo, right? And I mean, unless it's going to lead to a combo from the other teammate, from Fireblaster, in which case he should be going for Fireblaster when he's trying to get the second hit in and not break up the down B.
You know, I understand that Darkhorse doesn't want to overextend, but I feel like some fast fall downers might be helping him out, because we've seen so many times that Boom is super comfortable with his recovery, because I don't think that Darkhorse is doing enough to really challenge the option, right?
Yeah, that down tilt isn't working, right?
Yeah. And even with the downers, it's always it's not a short hop fast fall downer. It's just a standard short hop downer, but the hop isn't low enough to cover Boom's recovery.
Right.
So maybe he wants to mix it up. Maybe one time go a bit more aggressive with the downer and potentially snag Boom.
Yeah, put himself further out there. Put that hitbox out early so he can't get hit by that up B. I mean, easier said than done against a person like Boom, spacing off the edge. Mario gets a good recovery there. Darkhorse would love to steal another stock here. The Brody boys, the Brody bunch, down to their last stocks of this tournament possibly.
Let's see if they can maybe bring it back. That downer is not going to do him any favors, but good DI. If he hadn't DI'd that properly, that tornado could have actually put him in a very unfavorable situation.
Yeah, a.k.a. dead, spiked.
Tornado spikes, man. Those are the realists.
Oh, those fireballs cover his recovery. I would say go out and... Yes, this is probably the right move here. Oh, and you see he can get around that if he's far away enough and times it right.
That's what he's been doing all set long, and it's been paying off. He's holding on to this stock, but Bark has something to say about it. He ends up getting him with that nice up air, and that's going to take the stock. There's a 2v1 scenario, but not the best capitalization. They had that sandwich unlocked. They weren't able to make the most of it, and because of this, you see Bark out of stocks, and it's Dark against the wall.
Yep, and that up tilt might do it. And you know, we saw... Oh, that would have been so cool. And that'll do it. And we saw Darkhorse have an up tilt combo going, and Bark, after a great up air to edge guard Boom, came in and kind of like added to that combo, and that was a situation where he really needed to recognize that Kirby is up tilting and the other opponent isn't on the stage yet. Let me allow my teammate to do what Kirby does and get a bunch of up tilts in and possibly get an edge guard on Mario. But, you know, that's that knowledge where, you know, flawless play is really tough in teams. It's a lot more complicated, and it's a lot harder to really decide what the optimal strategy is. But Boom and Fireblaster, to no surprise, take it in one set from the Baltimore boys.
You know, definitely got to give props to those Baltimore boys, though. They came out to play, and they got second place. Overall, their game was fantastic. It just came to the platform game and some of the edge guarding.
Yeah. And I think maybe, you know, that, like you said, edge guarding was something he had to